Good morning, track fans! Good morning, everyone. I'm back. Yes, get in there. Weekly Sunday sessions are live. Good morning on a Sunday morning. There we go. Just clean up my kids' mess. That's the problem when you have a shared house. You don't find things as you left them. It's really annoying. I'm sure that's an echo around here with dads and mums everywhere. Talking of which, so good morning, everyone. I see the chat is bustling. As usual, I haven't been in here yet this morning. I've been in a mission. I had a nice lay-in. So that was all good. Hold on a second. Is Daihi ill? Have I missed the trick here? So good morning, Rob. And good morning, Sue. If you're listening and watching this morning, good morning to you. Keeping the main man in check. Yes, indeed. What a good week this has been. It started out as a terrible week last weekend, as you know, but I've had a better week. Went to Hornby Wonderworks. How cool was that? If you haven't seen the video, check it out. I'll show you a video. I'll show you the thumbnail later so you can see what I'm talking about. But that was ace. We'll talk about that a bit later. That was good fun. Replaced my camera, batteries in a bag. However, I'm still on the webcam because I can't figure out how to get the camera to work. Rahul did kindly tell me in our members weekly Wired on Wednesday live stream, but it will be the order of today to sort out. But I think this webcam looks okay for what we're doing here for this week. So 2 weeks of the webcam. Next week will be my proper camera again. Looking forward to that, getting a good bit of clarity to the screen. So slot heads, what's been going on? Let's catch up with some chats and see who is in. Well, firstly, there's about 20 of us. So good morning, everyone. Welcome aboard. And we've got Hughes in the place. He's with us. Good morning, Hughes. Or Shane even. There you go. All right, hang on a second. I do this every week. What should we have music-wise? We had lo-fi. Let's do some night driving. Down to about there. Right then. So where are we up to? Yes, Shano's in the house. Loving it. And Daz, good morning, track fans. The like monitor is here. So if you're in the room and you haven't already, go on, Daz. Say it. This is your moment. This is like the Lurpak advert, the little butter advert, where they give that guy the little trumpet every Christmas and go on in. And I live for seeing the Lurpak advert. Fantastic. Yes. Caffeine, please hit me up. We've got tons to talk about this morning. I've got plenty of pictures to share with you. It's been a busy old week out here. Camaros. What? 110 quid for 3? Where are you shopping, mate? Love it. Oh, no. Hughes, Shaney. I'm going to have to look at this off air because I just don't trust you. In the nicest possible way. You know what I'm saying, brother? Don't think what is on that email. Oh, I love it. It's probably going to be something telling me to F off because we've got that banter. I've got thick skin like that. I tell you, if someone calls me a twit with an A, don't really matter. I probably deserved it. Right, let's crack on. So here we go. Right, let's get in there. I'm jumping around here a little bit. Sorry, track fans. Right, here we go. Sure is frolicking good, Gaydon. Two weeks to Gaydon. Yes, 2 weeks, but we'll punt it again in a bit. Oh, yeah, it does. 3. Well, if you don't know what that is all about, track fans, Daz has done a few billboards this week, but do you think we're not going to have a look at that? Be mistaken. We will be checking out Daz's billboards in a little while. That is going to be good fun. Yeah, Rob mentioned this. This is a tragedy in the making. But look, Rob, you are literally the role model of what a man should be. Your missus is down, you take care of her. That's the end of the question. because what you've got, Rob, as we've discussed in our, when we're chatting regular, is what you've got a whole network of track fans, me, Daz, Paul, Slot Car 2021, Adrian Rolfe, you've got Tony Tibbs, you've got a load of us that will back you up. We've already discussed it, so we know what we're doing. Even though you're not there, you're gonna be looked after, mate. So and just a quick final one on that to Sue. I do hope you're feeling better soon, Sue. Honestly, it's not very nice being ill, but Rob's, from what Rob tells me, he's doing a great job of looking after you. Let me know if he doesn't, and we'll all shame him in the chat. So yeah, there you go, Daz. There's a wider echo here of get well soon, Mrs. S. Do love it. Anyone watching the Grand Prix? No, I doubt it, Rob, because they're watching this show. But as soon as we're done, we can watch it. Oh, hang on. Daz is, no, it's got boring. He's got a bit technical for Daz. Oh, yeah, Paul, you have made it. Not just in time. I'm just I'm just getting through the chat. So here's the rub, right? Even if you're running late, it won't matter by 5 or 10 minutes, because by the time I've got down the chat, I'll see you and I'll think you've been in here since the start. But fantastic. Absolutely awesome. Oh, hello. Hello. It looks like we've got some more videos coming through from Shane soon. So I can't wait for that. I'm behind on a video with you, actually, Shane. I've not seen the last one with all the Chewits stacked up. I've got a feeling of what it might be, but I need to watch it. Good morning, Nico. Here we go. Nico is in the house. I've been waiting for you, Nico. I'm going to just see if Mark turns up first. Let's see if he's in here. No, I can't see him running through it just at a glance. But what I did want to do is stop press, because this week, I don't know, I always find this difficult, as you well know, track fans. But after I had Baggate last week, which is what I'm calling the theft of the Baggate, a bit like, what was it, Westgate or whatever that thing was in America, Watergate, that was it. I've been really taken back by the I wouldn't say forceful kindness, but people taking kindness into their action and not taking no for an answer. In terms of when they say that, a couple of guys said, oh, look, we want to help you out with your camera bag. A bit like Jeff G did last week. What an utter legend. Jeff, thank you ever so much. If you're watching this back or you're going to catch up or you're in here silently, I really appreciated your super chat for $100 last week, mate. That was super kind and just blew me away. But he knew I wouldn't take it, so he just sent it. Nico, Slot Car Dude, again, he sent me a message the following day, the Monday. He said, "Have you checked your correspondence?" I was like, "No," and then I checked, and he just sent me a gift. And he said, I knew you wouldn't take it, so I took action. His words were, I take action. He goes, I thought how I would feel if this had happened, and I just took action. And the same with Rob, and the same with a couple of others, Mark. Just thank you. I, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for your help and support in putting me back on the right track with replacing the camera stuff. I've made a start with it. I just wanted to make a big announcement to just say you're really kind. I didn't expect it, but thank you very much. It's really appreciated, and it's been invested back into what it should be, getting this show further than it is at the moment. So I really appreciate your support. Thank you ever so much, and let's move on. Right then. Right, so it looks like Shane has been on the rampage here. So he's got himself a full box of 2 and 30 curves because he uses a Carrera track. So he's been on the case, and I think he's made an improvement on his track here. Plenty of room for that mag racing goodness. Oh, hello. We'll talk about magnetic racing in a bit. I can't get enough of those guys. Literally, They are hilarious, and they're great friends as well. Really blessed to have, and I'm not religious in the slightest, but really blessed to have good friends like those guys. Oh no, Rob. Yeah, but Rob, though, you can't call sympathy for being up for 2 hours. You get up at 2 o'clock every day, so a lay-in to you is 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, nor can I, Daz. I can't wait to see his space fill up. I think Shane, if you're watching this live, I don't know, I think you need to do a track extension. I think your track needs extending. And as you found out with the Ferris wheel recently, it's a bit like a London effect. If you can't build outwards, you have to build upwards, like you did with a Ferris wheel going over the track because you run out of space. The thing is, you've got no space. You need to do an L shape or double the table or do something. Oh, if you're going to double the table, have a little manhole cover in the middle, because that would be epic seeing you in the middle like this. Mate, extension time. Maybe that could be for the new year, Shane. Extend the track. You're going to end up needing a unit. Like an XL centre or exhibition centre, sorry. 3 Rooms is in the house. Good evening. Good evening, my mate. And here we go. Tony Tibbs is on his way to Orpington swap meet. Yes, I think this is Phil Smith's last official swap meet running it. He's run it for about 900 years. And he's just a salt of the earth, lovely fella, Phil Smith. He comes to a lot of the vintage races, the CRSCA, and he sells his wares there. And he's great at making cars for the concourse. And he enjoys having a dabble on the racetrack as well. So all-rounder. But Tony is there today with a lot of other people. Orpington in Kent, put it on your sat-nav if you're at a loose end today. Or if you're thinking of, not that anyone takes the car out for a drive anymore, but if you are out for a drive, like if you're a certain vintage age, then do swing the wagon to Orpington, because it's a nice destination, beautiful setting, and it's going to be full to the brim of slot car action. Oh, love it. Talking of slot car action, Dick is in the house. Good morning, Dick. He's about to cook up a storm on the Barbie. I love it. He's so Australian. Well, we can't have banter anymore because Travis put the kibosh on throwing a shrimp on the Barbie recently. He said, yeah, you know, mate, we don't do that. You might say you don't do it, but in our heads, you very much do that. So I got a feeling of Dick like that, throwing in these things on the Barbie. Thing is, these days, right, is like, I don't really eat that much. So we throw on a barbecue and we have like a sausage, a chicken breast or a chicken whatever, and I don't know, a skewer. And that's it. We're bloated. We're like, oh. I mean, in the old days, it used to be like 10 sausages, 6 burgers, full pack of chicken thighs, chicken wings, bosh it all on there, a few tomatoes, some vegetables. And you'd scoff it all. Nowadays, we're like half the people we used to be. Oh, track fans! I still like wake up in the middle of the night kicking, thinking of Dave at Slotar doing his track fans rendition. I might even make, I might make a little jingle out of that. Oh, brilliant. Love it. So, yeah, I know. This is the problem, Nico. Being in Austria, you got to move to the UK. That's all there is to it. We've got airports here, so you can still get a roll. There's probably not much parking at Luton at the moment, but but you know, you can find a roll doing what you do here. You know, we have airports, and there's lots of swap meets here, as you'll see in a bit. Made a special focus on giving you a forward play on swap meets today, so keep tuned in. Bo Mamo is here. Excellent. He was in the premiere with us last night watching the Hornby video, the Hornby Wonderworks, if you didn't see that. Aired world premiere last night at 5:30. I did make, it would have went out on Friday, but I'd made a catastrophic error in the video. Partly because of Remembrance Sunday, I must admit, something was in my subconscious. So I did the interview with Simon Owen. And on the little thing at the bottom where I introduced the name in writing, called him Simon Bird. Unbelievable. Simon Birdie, he's one of the 3 guys that we remember each year. So clearly Cy Bird was in my subconscious when I was making the video from Tuesday onwards. So I've changed that out of respect, not only to Cy Bird, but to Simon Owen as well, because who wants to have the mistake of having a dead man's name on your video? Anyway, so I've changed that, and that went out yesterday. So that was fantastic. And Bo was in the premiere, watching it live with the rest of us, having a good time. Right, there you go. Right, so I've caught up with a chat, as in here, 3 rooms. You've missed absolutely nothing because it's 7:32. This comment was made, and I've just arrived to it. Hold on a second. Have you been ill, Bo? Coffee number 2. This is coffee number 2, Dave. Yes. I can't drink anymore. Dave is in the house. Dave, good morning, mate. Good morning, David. Listen, David here, I tell you, go and check him out on Facebook. Some of the buildings he's producing for his track from Magnetic Racing. Unbelievable. They're really good. Carl's in. Good morning, Carl. The question is, are you wearing your t-shirt? And Mac is here. Yes, Mac. Good morning, mate. How you doing, Mac? We'll talk about your request in a bit, Mac, if that's all right. Rahul, good evening, brother. So it's 10 to 3 in the morning where Rahul is. Oh, my God, it's early. That is what it is. So Rahul is in the house. Rahul's been doing the rounds this week. He started to transition into his new sort of direction within the YouTube slot car hobby. So he's moving away from his weekly live streams of his weekly Slot Avengers and his bi-weekly Track Tech and Toys, which I'm particularly upset about because I love those videos. He's not going away though. He's just merging these topics into different things. So for instance, Slot Avengers will now be once a month, which I think is going to be great because there's going to be that much going on in that session. It's probably going to run for 6 hours. Then we've got, then he's going to do, we're collaborating on a project which will elaborate a little bit more towards the end of the year because we're still in our infancy with putting the concept and how it's going to, the structure together. Because we are both quite structured when it comes to running a show or running a video, which is why we're going to work really well together on this collaboration. So we'll get into that a little bit more. The members of our channels, his members and my members, on both our members sessions, we've explained to those as a perk of being a member what we're up to and what we're going to do, and the general feedback from the members are it's a great idea. So we're going to push forward with it because, you know, if the market research comes back good, then it's a good thing, right? Excellent. Here we go. Chris is in the house. Good morning, Chris. Hang on a second. It's Mark, isn't it? Disguised as Chris. Might have to just confirm that to me, so I'm not calling you Mark instead of Chris. Hey, my brothers from different mothers are here. It's I'm going to go with it's Ian in the house. I'm going to fall on my sword now, and Doug's going to pipe up, isn't he? So I was just watching while I was getting ready for this stream a couple of Ian Doug videos. So I watched the Magnetic Racing terraced houses with the corner shop and the pub on the end. I'm going to have a pub and I'm going to ask him to make it the Dog and Duck. And then I'm going to recreate a massive pub brawl outside. Oh, God, I'm so disciplined on these streams. I nearly said something else then that would have got me cancelled in a heartbeat. But anyway, we're going to have the pub and a mass brawl outside. It's going to be epic. And so I'm going to approach Ian and Doug for specific figures. And the other video I watched was them getting an AFX HO scale slot car track and setting that up. I've not finished that track yet. It's a longer one for them. It's about 18 minutes long. So I'm halfway through that because their banter is like what you see on camera with those two is what you get in real life. Sometimes I find that people on camera are different in real life and it's weird. But what you get with those is exactly what you see. And when you order something, you will exactly see a packet of those bad boys right there. Oh, I haven't got it. I finished my gantry. So keep tuned. There might be a little short coming out of me gantry finished. So thank you ever so much for that, guys. That has been a fun build indeed. Hey, Janu. Janu's in the house, everyone, from North Staff Slot Car Club. How you doing, Janu? Good morning, Lionel. Good morning, mate. All tea and track fan. Yes, good morning. He's got his... George is still in bed. What is the matter with the youth of today? Honestly, seriously, they're all sleeping. Next thing you know is Andy will turn up. Morning, Mark. Are you any relation to Christopher? I've just got to ask, you know. Okay, all right. I'm still not going to look at the email while I'm online because what happened, right, is you're going to give me an idea or suggest something to me and it's going to start my cogs going like this, like the hamster wheel in there. And I'm going to be distracted from doing the show and I've got so much to get through and I'm still getting through the chats. Hold on a second. God, I'm like, right, I know, I'll just skip through a bit. But then I go, oh, I miss Richard. I miss Pat. Good morning, Rich. Good morning, Pat. Pat from down under, Rich from the valleys. That's Wales for anyone outside. The main lady is in the house. So we've got a few ladies in the house. We've got Sue, we've got Tara. Possibly got Gloria if DeFingers is awake. Good morning, Paul. Paul's here. Are you on shift at the moment, Paul? Are you watching this discreetly at work or are you actually off and just pottering around? Slot Car 2021 in the house, everyone. You should go and see his YouTube channel, really picking up the game. I think he mentioned, though, he might be taking a slight sabbatical up to Christmas, so don't be don't be disappointed. Manhole cover genius. Oh, mate. Rahul, what are you doing? Oh. Thank you, mate. That's very kind. Thank you ever so much. Rahul, look at this. See, that's how you get to keep me quiet. If you ever want me to shut up for 10 minutes, donate money without me knowing about it, and I don't know how to deal with it. But thank you. Thank you very much. That is super kind. That is amazing. Unbelievable. Thank you, mate. That means a lot to me. You know that. Okay, hold it together, Pete. Hold it together. Oh, hang on a second. We've got a membership being gifted. Paul, who have you just sorted out a membership for? Paul does this. There you go. There you go. So Rahul is proof in the pudding. So last Saturday night, when obviously the bag had got nicked in the day, and Rahul and I speak a lot on WhatsApp. And Rahul, unbeknownst to him, sent me his daily sort of, hey Pete, how you doing? And I sent back, and I'm going to swear, so sorry, kids, utter dog shit, I think were the words. And he'd come back because he's never heard that tone from me before. So, whoa, what's up, dude? So I explained, and he's like, oh, man, mate. And I explained, and I'd asked him if he could help me with a camera tech and said, look, I'm in a predicament, lost the bag. Can you help me out? Got to find a camera. I did this research 2.5 years ago. So new cameras, new tech. I don't know. I'm a fish out of water. So instantly he's like, mate, here we go. Right, it's link. This is good for this. This is good for that. This is good for this. And he's like, look, mate, what's your email address? I want to send you some money, help you out. And I wouldn't let him. I just said, no, look, it's not, I really appreciate it, but it's not your mess. It's like, you should be using the money to develop your channel, to take your daughter out, you know, to do things and I wouldn't let him do it. So he's just figured out a way of bypassing my blockage. Rahul, mate, thank you ever so much, man. And I try not to cry on air. Okay, Shane, good morning, mate. How you doing? Right, let's get back on track. GSOM is in. GSOM, grandson of man, is here. We're going to get through the chat and then we can get to the show. Uncle Hemingway, you are in there. Hey, Paul's on the throne. I think he's going to the jungle. I might combine the Hooters. I don't know if I've still got a restraining order from Hooters. Apparently, they said you weren't allowed to touch anything. You know, it's a family show, so I can't elaborate. But we had a great time in Hooters in Amsterdam, I can assure you. And the best time. So if you're sort of anywhere between 19 years old and 25, Amsterdam is the utter ultimate place that you need to be putting on in your sat nav, or on your radar, as we used to say before sat navs. Genius place. It's all changed now. You used to go in the 90s, it was like Sin City. It's all cleaned up now. It's still Sin City, but it's all cleaned up a bit. So you have to adapt yourselves. If you're going back after 30 years, it is not the same city you went to before. In a month of Sundays. Oh man, do like a bit of Amsterdam. Yes, it is a big week for the Slosser. It's almost, well, hey Dave, do you want to come on and tell everyone what you're doing this week? Oh my God, Dave, where there's a lot of dads and mums in the room here, Dave. And it's right, Dave, this is a double-edged weapon, yeah? So Dave, for all those who don't know, Dave is about to become a dad. Yes, Daddy-o Dave. So we're really excited for you. The community's already spoke. We started to furnish thingy in ears. Robbo has furnished Dave with a nice set of stuff, and there's been a few other gifts to him from Magnetic Racing, just because you're going to have some late nights. You're going to have some impossibly late nights. Just in fact, you're going to have some late weeks. I think though, actually, I mean, I talk about my experience. I had twins, so it's slightly different from most. I think you'll be all right. I think for the first week, it'll be a novelty. And then the second week, it'll be like, right, this guy's for real. And then the third week, you're going to have to pull in with the missus and start to work on a proper strategy. Because the first week or two, you're all there. You're both there all the time. The baby cried, boom, both of you on parade. 3 weeks' time, baby cried. It's like, who's going? Oh, I'm cooking. Oh, go shop. Oh, I'll go. And you get into it. But don't forget, Dave, it's 2 on 1. Okay, so it's 2 of you versus 1 half pint. You've got this, brother. You have got this. Yeah, they still do breast down there, Paul. Not sure about thighs and wings, but they definitely do breast down at Hooters. It's confirmed. And if you get it with chips and mayo, it is delightful. You would be skint if you had Hooters. That's what you would be, mate. It doesn't happen often, Rob. It doesn't happen often. But, you know, when people like Rahul do these random acts of public kindness, catches me off guard. And it was very kind, Tara. It really... Yeah, come on, Dick. You could Dick rallying up the troops. Anyway, but that's what we do here. You know, I do it. I do it in other people's streams and chats. I might throw them a couple of dollars to say, I love the stream. And they kind of get in touch, go, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I enjoyed the live stream. So, you know, I have a couple of dollars. And they're like, but why? I did a live stream anyway. I'm like, yeah, I know. But have a coffee on me. Get another one done. It's such a nice feeling. So, But this is it. Yeah, we are pals for life. That's undeniable. You know, I always say this at work, right? I say this at work, and you could probably apply this at your jobs as well, everyone. Is I always say I've got a few really good friends over the years. And I say to them, I could give them a call on a Saturday, and they're like, "Oh, Pete, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, what? Did you think we just like speak between 9 and 5 on the week? We've known each other 20 years. I'm giving you a call now so I can get more done in the week when we're not chatting like mates." So, but I always say, if I stopped selling tiles tomorrow, we would be friends the next day. I.e., if you didn't do your business, would you still be friends with your customers? That's a testament in work as to whether you have a good relationship with someone. And it's like this: if the hobby stopped tomorrow, how many of us would carry on chatting with each other? I've got quite a good feeling that 80% of the people in this community right now would carry on. We would have a WhatsApp group, or we would have some other means of having a community banter chat. I'm under no illusion at all that this show every week, Sunday Slotcast sessions live from 7:30 with me, Pete Brown, at Track Fans TV. Incidentally, if you're enjoying what you're hearing and liking and seeing today, looking at and seeing today, do us a favor and smash the like button for us. And if you're unsubscribed and you just checked in, this popped up on your feed, subscribe. You never know what you're going to get week on week, because when I start the slides in a minute, you're going to see complete randomness. If you're going to subscribe, though, very important, hit the cowbell right next to it. And I've got, I do actually have a cowbell video from a good friend of mine, a new good friend of mine. He says, from Dan, my man. Tell you what would be great, if I could find it. God, all right, this isn't going to work. Okay, well, we'll get the cowbell video for next week. But cowbell, did I hear someone say cowbell? Ah, Ian and Doug are here. They must have a commission on. Yeah, dude, we are pals for life. Covered that one. Right, here we go. Richie's not seen the old Formula One and WRC racing finish at the exact same moment. Oh, we got a double race finishing coming in. Dave, what are you doing? Oh, no. It's another one. That's very kind. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate it. Dave, you should be spending this on magnetic racing buildings, but I really appreciate it, mate. Thank you. No, it was really bad. It's just awful, you know. And to be honest with you, it's a 50-50 whether someone would hand it in or steal it. So, but it's gone. I did actually phone the police, right? I'll tell you this, yeah. So I phoned the police up on Monday or Tuesday, and I said to them, "Good bag got nicked. Can you help out?" And they went, "No." So I said, "Come again." It sounded like I phoned up the police, you know, the people that I pay your wages to help me find my lost bag. All I want you to do is is look and see what car pulled in and stole it, and go and shake them down. And he said, "No, we can't get into the CCTV in the service station." He goes, "Without countless numbers of things there, whether it's thefts, whether it's road rage because it's a service station, whether it's issues at the hotel, whatever it may be." He goes, "When we go down there, we have to sign it. We have to try and find someone. We have to email the head office from the place because no one at the place works there. Then they have to do data protection stuff. Then we can't get it back, and we have to go. We can't get any traction there." So I said to him, "Well, if I can get you a number plate, will you follow it? And he goes, yeah, we'll follow that line of inquiry, definitely. Well, I know people who work in the head office because I've been working on supplying them tiles through my day job. So I'm going to reach out later today. I'm going to write to a couple of contacts I know in there and see if I can backdoor their CCTV. I need to act quick. I don't know if I can do it or not. So I'll get on the case. So it's not all lost yet, but we're going to go for it. Okay, right. I'm just going to shoot into the show in a moment. So let's upload it. You know, should have done this a moment ago. Well, we could do. Yeah, this community is really supportive, really kind. And I think, you know, Dave, Rahul, Jeff, Nico, Rob, Mark, just selfless. Hey, Nico, you take care, mate. Have a good day, buddy. Have a safe shift, and I'll speak to you soon. I'm just getting the slideshow up and running. Here we go. Yeah, we're in business. So here we go. See if we've so you know what we do from the top of the tree. We say hello to the young track fans. So Albert and Wilf come over. Albert, Wilf, good morning, everyone. Good morning to Albert, Wilf. How you doing, Wilf? Give us a wave, son. Go on. Yes, it was amazing to hang out with you yesterday, boys. If you didn't see it, Albert and Wilf come over yesterday. We had so much fun on the wood routed track and the polycar track. It was epic. I've took a little VT for a short for maybe tomorrow or Tuesday for Wilf doing the ultimate smash up on the wood routed track. So if you like watching things getting destroyed, check that out. That is going to be amazing. No, I didn't actually. We shall talk some more in a moment, Dougie boy. No, I did not. If you send it to a bank account that I have, then possibly not, because the bank is depressing. Don't forget, I'm in liquidation. I will go and check that out later. If I've missed that, I'm so sorry, boys. But thank you ever so much. I will check that out. And if you hadn't had a thank you for that, mate, I would have literally just checked that you sent it to the right bank account with me. Not in fairness, though, I try not to look at the bank, because I find if you start looking at money and stuff in the sitch I've been in the last year, you'd be going crazy. So anyway, back on track. Thanks, Doug. I really appreciate it, mate. All right, sound. I'll check it out in a bit, fella. And you do realise I'm just going to spend it back on your shop, though, don't you? Albert Wilf, good morning. Loved hanging out with you guys. Charlotte, Isabella, good morning. Cameron, Ruben, good morning. Sasha, Jacob, good morning. George, Leighton, well, not you, George. You're still in bed, mate, sleeping it off. Leighton, good morning. Lewis, Leo, and Elliot, how are you all? I hope you're having a great time. Lewis and Elliot in particular, good morning. Fabulous. That's what we like to see. And the Polycar drift set is on the move. So Leo and Paul, his dad, Slot Car 2021, they have tested the Polycar DRZ drift set out. They've enjoyed that for a couple of months. They have now forwarded that on to the next young track fan for approval. So Ruben has the Polycar drift set, and then it will be going on to Cameron after Ruben. So just into the new year, give Ruben a couple of months on the track, have fun, and see how that works. And then that's coming right over to Cameron. So if anyone wants to borrow the Polycar drift set track, let me know, and we'll put you on the rota after Cameron. So we're looking about January, February, March, about March time. So George, if you're watching this back, Lionel, if you want to have a go on the Polycar drift set, see how that works. How it works is I've got a drift set. I'm sending it round all the track fans, young track fans, so that you can test it out, have a go with a Polycar track and see how that looks and feels. So if you want to have a crack on that and compare it up to your Scalextric track, Lionel, let me know. I'll get it out to you, mate. No sweat. There's no cost for it. I don't charge for it. My only stipulation is that you pay to send it on to the next track fan, and to get a 48-hour parcel force delivery from the post office is £12. So it's £12 technically to hire. Oh, and 2 bin bags to wrap the setup in before you post it, because that's the only way you can really wrap it, in bin bags. So £12 to hire the set for your George to have a knock around with a different track. I think it's important that young track fans can see different textures, feel how these things work and move, and then they can get on with it. So let's move on. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I did a maiden voyage trip down to Hornby this week. I got invited to go and do some for the press and the media opening morning. So they did it at 10 till 12. Now I'm just going to throw this out there to Hornby if you're watching it. Now that, you know, I'm bezies with these guys, BFFs, do us a solid. If you're going to do opening day, do it at somewhere like 12 midday or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because hooking it down to Margate for 10 a.m., which means getting around the M25 of London, that was a big ask, track fans. That was a big. Oh, hang on. We got advert gate. Robbed at 18 minutes. Time is flying. You should have had 2 by now, I think, in the normal run of things. If it's 18, we've been going for 41 minutes. So yeah. Like I said before, just to recap, if anyone's in here doesn't know how the adverts work, YouTube changed their policies a few weeks ago now. It was in October, sorry. And what they do is, if you don't do adverts, then they're going to do them on your behalf, and they're going to choose the frequency of how they advertise for you based on the popularity of your content. Therefore, what I've done is I've set the adverts up, and I've set them to 18 minutes, because if YouTube do it and do it aggressively, you'll get them every 6 minutes. That's 3 adverts to my 1. So it's the lesser of 2 evils. So thanks for bringing that up. I'd like to just remind people about how that works. Cheers, Rob. Back on point. So yeah, Wonderworks, went down there. If you want to have a look on the inside. Now, a lot of you from the UK are thinking, well, why do that? I can just go down there. We have a lot of viewers from around the world. We've got a lot of Australians in the room. We've got people from Canada. We've got people from North America, South America, Buenos Dias, everyone. They can't just hop over. I moaned that it was 4 hours. It took me 4 hours to get there. I left at 6 and I got there at 10 a.m. I literally got there 3 minutes to 10 because of the traffic, which you'll see when you watch the video. It's the opening scenes, traffic jam. I moan it is 4 hours. You guys would have to do about 10 hours on a plane and then 4 hours in the car to get there from the airport, as Travis found out when he came earlier in the year in May. Yeah, so I thought it was a great experience. I really enjoyed it, because growing up, I grew up with obviously Scalextric, but I also grew up with Airfix. I'm a big Airfix fan, and I almost bought an Airfix kit while I was there. I was chatting to a guy called Vince who was building a little Airfix kit, and I was looking at it, I was thinking, I really fancy it, and I love doing Airfix, but I ain't got the time. I mean, I'm on my webcam again because I haven't had the time to set up my camera from the tuition that Rahul kindly give me in on Wednesday's live stream. He's going to be on my WhatsApp after this. Well, when he goes to bed and wakes up in a few hours, he's going to be straight on it. He's like, Pete, why haven't you done them settings? That is exactly what I'm doing as soon as I get off this stream. Is I'm going to have a little tinker around with stuff. We did everything yesterday, right? We did everything, like house stuff and visit stuff. So today, I'm on chill central. Last Sunday was a disaster because it was the day after the my laptop and everything getting nicked. So I had to redo everything. But today, I'm enjoying it. It's good. So if you want to have a look at what the new Wonderworks looks like, I highly recommend it. Go and check it out. It gives you a snapshot of the venue, but there's nothing better than actually going down there, walking around, seeing it, believe in it, and we're going to do a road trip. We're going to start talking more intently about the road trip, but the road trip will be, I'm calling a date out, Daz, the 11th of February, everyone. The 11th of February, we're doing a Track Fans pilgrimage. Yep. Track Fans pilgrimage down to Wonderworks. There's a load of us. There's 10 competition ticket winners from earlier in the from a couple of months ago. We were running 10 tickets to win tickets to the new look Hornby. So we've got a ton of young track fans come in. Albert and Wilf will more than likely be there. Daz is going. We've got Rob Sale is going. There's a load of us going. It's going to be amazing. There is talk of a Jolly Boys weekend outing. So I'm going to be staying over on the Saturday night because after I experienced the heartache of getting there on the morning, I don't want to be in that position again where I'm thinking I'm going to be late to the best time ever. So I'm staying over the night before. I'm thinking if anyone else is staying over the night before, let's go for a curry and try not to get arrested. Okay, yeah. Are you getting, if you watch this on Facebook, do you get adverts via YouTube on Facebook, if that makes sense? To that. Yeah. Oh man, it was proper biblical. That is the UK. It's doing that outside now. It is hammering it down. Yes, Clifton. Clifton doesn't build models, but he does go one-to-one racing. Right, I'll look into this ad business. It should be every 18 minutes. 18, 36, 52. Yeah, I don't know. And actually no, the ads start from when you start watching. That's right. 11th of February, everyone. We are on the rampage. Paul, thank you ever so much, mate. That's so kind. Thank you, mate. Yeah. Top man. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, so just on the back of that caveat, I do have a discount code that you can use at Scalextric. If they're not having a massive 20% off everything anyway sale, you can snag yourself a quick 5% off on a shop and grab on the website. Get it delivered to your door, or better still, get it delivered to work. Sneak it in under the cover of darkness from the missus. She'll never know you've been in Hornby's website. So Daz has been on the move again. Now listen, there's modelling, and there's modelling on steroids, and that's what Daz is doing. So I thought I'd give a shout out to some other sterling YouTube channels. Daz loves YouTube. He looks at this community like, religion is the best way to put it. Absolute religion. Like the banter we were having last Sunday morning, because I was running late. I put the show on in the evening last week because of Remembrance Sunday. Daz is on the blower at 8:30. Mate, I missed the show. Where's the show? So that was quite cool. But he's got 3 billboard advertising displays. He already had one anyway, with myself and that slot car guy on it. Now he's got a couple of others that he can get some more YouTube channels on that he really enjoys, and so do I. So I've got I love watching these channels. These are really good channels. So you've got from top to top, you got Nico. He's out of the chat now. He's gone to work. Slot car dude. You've got Rob Sale, slot cars. And he's the shorts king. You got Slotar, Dave, the Rave, soon to be Daddy-O. Got Rahul, the man, the myth, the legend. He's there. You can see his dragon icon. You've got Marty from 2 Lines, or as we have banter, 4 Lines now, but no, 2 Lines Raceway there. and dear friend Paul at Slot Car 2021. Yeah. Oh, stop the press. Here she is. Hi, Mum. How you doing, Mum? You all right? I saw Albert and Wolf yesterday. They come over. It was utter carnage. I forgot to send you the videos that I took, but I'll send you the pictures later, Mum. Okay, I've got to get on. I've got a show to run. See, Mum lives in Bulgaria now, right? Which is tragic because I don't get a roast dinner. I used to get a roast dinner. Now I don't. Which is probably why I look like I do, because I'm not getting a roast dinner every week. Love it. So anyway, another track fan that I want to bring attention to, because he started an Instagram page profile. I don't even know what you call this stuff now. So he started this, right? He started this project. He's not telling anyone about it. And then all of a sudden he posts it. And all of us guys here who like to potter around spraying cars, we're now sitting here scratching our heads going, does anyone want to buy some spraying equipment? I think I'm just going to give this up. Because check out this. Wow, you're not going to believe this. So Tony goes and buys himself a white kit. You can see it in the top left corner there. He's getting himself a white kit. And then he goes at it. He starts to tape it up and spray it. And then tapes other bits and sprays it. And he's got a really nice, consistent finish on the spray. Look at that bottom right-hand corner. You can just see where the light hits the back right-hand side where the petrol tank is. You can just see the utter smoothness of that spray job. To the point, even Pete Shepherd from Racing Replicas, who has a regular spot on here of recognition, passed comment on it to say that it is just incredible. I mean, look at this. Bear in mind, right? This is like, this figure is the size of half of your finger in height and width and length. And he's got writing on the arms. I mean, firstly, how do you put that on there? Have you literally used a pin or something and just spent 4.5 years pinning the writing on? It's incredible, mate. Seriously. In fact, yeah, does anyone want to buy some spray booth? Do you want to buy, chuck a couple of airbrushes in? Tara, do you want some Vallejo paint? It's going cheap. And yeah, just genius, mate. Really, seriously, what you're doing to us. And there it is. There's the finished article. Bravo, mate. We get bravo. And just there, I put in the top of the screen as well his Instagram page. All right, get over there and follow that, because this is what you can expect from Tony. Now, Tony, you've shot yourself in the foot a little bit, mate, because you've set the benchmark. You know, I'm never ever posting any pictures of my spray jobs again, as long as you've got a page open. Unbelievable. Hey, Jeff G is in the house. My right-hand man. Here he is. Good morning, Jeff. How you doing, buddy? You all right? There you go. Tara, brilliant paint job. She says, brilliant paint job. You've hit the backboard straight. No, you've hit the net. Brilliant. So Rob, we're going to shout out some recognition here, mate, because you deserve it for this. This is unbelievable. And I wouldn't be surprised, Tony. I'd love to know how long it took you to do this. Now, this, right, is the sort of thing that gets race teams' attentions. So I wouldn't be surprised if there aren't some of the racers who go competing watching this at the moment, especially some of the guys who are into the GT3 digital, which we'll talk about in a minute. I might be looking at this thinking, do you know what? This guy, we might get this guy to do our race car, because that is just unbelievable. So, Bo, yes. Paul, great paint job. Dave, nice work. For Dave to say nice work, you've hit the jackpot, because Dave and Tara are miniature modelers, and you know, they are working on detail. They will know if it's good. Paul just says it as it is, you know, it's insane. Yeah, when Tara speaks, you got to listen. And Daz, that is amazing. Awesome even. Well done, Tone. Right, so track fan Mac is in the room. Well, he's in the room. I don't know if he's still with us. Tucker's up. Bring him onto the channel, mate. Never too young. So Mac has been calling. He sent me a WhatsApp last night about 10:30 in the evening. And I was actually at my laptop putting together the slides for the show. I was like, oh, brilliant. There's another slide. Easy content. Well done. See you later. 3 rooms. Take care, mate. Can anyone identify this car for Mac? I'll just leave it on there for a second. I don't know what it is. Yeah, Tony Tibbs, Instagram extraordinaire. Yeah, SCX, Paul says, but I don't know. So if anyone... Oh, that's a great tip. Anyone putting on tiny decals, use a paintbrush to apply it. Okay, right. Hang on. Let me just have a look at this a second. Oh. What did I do that for? So I've got a paintbrush. Would that one do? I'm going to put that paintbrush on. That's the paintbrush I'm going to use. Get rid of that. Okay, so if anyone knows what this car is, let me know so I can let Mac know. Nice one. Right, track focus time, everyone. So, you know, Track Fans TV, the show is a giveaway. We're always going to pay respects and homage to a nice bit of track. And that is what we're going to do. So, Shane, we'll start with a couple of tracks I found on social media. We'll start with this one. And the reason I'm showing you this track was the comment that went with this track was the thing that made me sit up and take a think. So the guy, I put a post of this track on and he said, this is my track. It's only small, but I enjoy it. And it was just the way I read it. It's only small, but I enjoy it. It's like quite defeatist because it's a really nice track. And I was thinking this track is similar size to my wood routed track. And I love it. I think it's the best. We had such a good time on there yesterday, me and the boys. It's about racing, or it's about having an activity that stops you thinking about your mundane day job. If you're in a mundane life, that it's your escapism into imagination. This might just be a small track if you're looking at it on the face of it. But if you actually flipped over and put HO car on there, this becomes a huge track, right? Or if you are imaginative and wanted to do different sort of scenery and different setups, you could create a little bank job, you could create a little rally track. Yeah, sky's the limit. So whilst it might be a smaller track, it's still going to deliver the same amount of fun, right? In fact, Daz just mentions it. It all amount. Mom, please, come on. Wet brush first, decal. Yeah, but what I was saying about having fun on it is Daz sums it up here. It's fun. It is fun. And yeah, so I liked it. I thought it was well. Pat's the same as you, Shane. It's a great track, and it's, you know, as long as you're racing and having fun, or doing your modeling and having fun, or generally just not thinking about what you were doing before you walked into the space that you have fun in, that's what it's about. Yeah, Dave says as well. And Rob, cool tracks. And Rahul likes his small track. Rahul's actually doing the GRL, talking about tracks. Let's talk about that for a moment. So the GRL, the Global Racing League, is a fantastic concept that Rahul come up with this year. So what we've established is it's exactly like the chat room here, is that we are all great friends, but we are all dotted around all over the world. You know, I'm here, Vinny and my nephews are over in Essex in Braintree, which is miles away. My mum, Gail Spencer, who's in the chat, so keep it clean, is in Bulgaria. Shane is in Australia. You know, Tara's in Lincoln, which may as well be abroad. Dave, Doug and Ian are down in Alton, which again is another planet. Canada, you've got Rahul in Canada. So we can't actually just get together and easily race. So what Rahul's done is he's set up this Global Racing League, GRL. You can Google that. It's a proper full-on website. Everything about it is great. And he's got 10 people around the world, and they're all entered this league. And what the league does is it allows a baseline standard of equipment for everyone. So you buy a Carrera DTM set box. So everyone has the same box set because it comes with the same two cars. The only things that you need to buy, I believe, is 2 extra cars for the whole series. And what you do with it is the first sort of league has one track layout. Everyone at their respective homes builds that, and then you race, but you have to do it live with someone else so that they're monitoring your track time. You have to complete the 10 laps or you're out. So the first round of this was great because only 2 people, I think it was Rahul and Jean, correct me if I'm wrong on that one, who completed 10 laps. So only 2 of them completed the first session. It was so much fun watching it. It was brilliant, to the point that like a load of us are queuing up and knocking on the door to be in GRL next year. Really good idea to standardize how you race so that everyone, even though you're not next to each other, can be involved in racing. It's a really great idea, Rahul. No, Paul's out of here. He's got to pick up his granddaughter and then go slot car racing. Yep. So, yeah, we were talking about, just getting back on point, we were talking about the track. So, yeah, GRL, you know, it's not about the size of the track. It's about how much fun you can get from the track. Brilliant. And Tara's, you know, a great example. Steve, her partner Steve, he had a small track and he's decorated it up. It looks phenomenal. Ah, yeah, it's a nice track, eh, Jeff? Anyway, right, let's crack on. And then this isn't the same track. It's not the same track. It's a different track. And naively, I didn't get the names of the guys who these tracks belong to because I screenshot the picture rather than the picture with all the writing on it, like a naive schoolboy error. Sorry about that, guys, whoever's tracks these are. But this one I really enjoyed because it's got a hell of a lot of detail, but it's almost like he's got the lighting really right. The lighting on the street that you can see just off center to the right, it's like the lighting goes on the street but doesn't go anywhere else. He's got that lighting really concentrated on the road. I like that. Cheers, Daz. Smashing up the like button. If you like it, hit the likes. And why not subscribe while you're there? But if you're going to subscribe, smash up that little bell next to it. Awesome. Hold on a second. We've got a new one coming in from Latvia. Harry, how you doing, my friend? So I like that. I just wanted to put a night shot in. I think that's cool when you got, because I'm doing track lighting at the moment. And then, right, here we go. Now we're talking. So I've never seen these pictures before, but Lewis is on a road trip over to Brussels. So I think he's popped in to see Eindhoven on the way. Some good friends over there, Tamar, Paul, Seb, Sebastian, Paul, Stefan. They're all guys from Eindhoven or race at Eindhoven. Check out the size of those tracks. I mean, seriously, that is the stuff dreams are made of. So I hadn't had a chance to speak to Lewis, and I'm sure it's okay to use these images because he's promoting the hobby. And hopefully if anyone's over in Holland, Brussels, Eindhoven way, and you want to go slot car racing and you see this, it's the same difference as the UK. They want you to get involved in the hobby. I need to call it a sport then. So go and see them, go and drop in, see how you can get involved, enjoy being a part of it. So that's Eindhoven, because Lewis is actually in a race this weekend. He is in this race. So he's working in a team DTS 2.0. For those who don't know it, Lewis is one of the fastest guys in the country, if not on the planet. He is super talented at driving slot cars. So he's over at the Brussels Scalextric Club, the BSC, doing a 24-hour race, as you can see, aptly sponsored by our friends at Slot It. I don't know if Maurizio is there in doing the race himself. It's LMP by the look of it. So this is the car that he's in racing, and when you see the tracks, you'll be like, what? Unbelievable. Yes, Bo, flat and long like the Netherlands, exactly. This is what I like to see. Welcome Harry aboard. Harry seems like a new track fan in the building. So check out these tracks from our live from Brussels. Look at those bad boys. You know, I just want, 10 minutes on it. That'd be enough for me to have a good old race, but they've took it over. And I like it because they've got the track off the floor. They've got the right, looks like tables or support mechanisms underneath it. I was just trying to work out whether it's the same track repeated 3 times or if it's slightly different, but I can't figure it out. But they look amazing. And it's not just this. They do it in the night as well, because it's 24 hours. So I'll show you in a moment. I'll show you now. That's what it looks like at night. So you've got like, it is awesome. I'd love a go on this track. 6 lanes. How many people are going to this? 6 lanes times by 3. 6, 18, 24. That's unbelievable. Yeah, isn't it, Mum? What a track. What a track. Yeah. Shane, imagine it. We could get like, we could get Rahul over, you, me, Rob Sale. We could have like a green monster, you know, the green Porsche, the green monster race, because that green Porsche is now known in slot car land as the green monster after Rahul's excellent video about it. Nah, you'd be fine, because don't forget, Paul, what you do is you put lighting into your car. So you would have a couple of identity lights on the side. You could do a couple of like different colored LEDs so you know which ones were yours at any time. Is it? Right, cheers for that, Doug. I could imagine you and Ian literally stepping up on red alert when you saw the size of these tracks. Imagine trying to do the scenery around the size of this track. You'd be there for about 3 years. No, that's right, Mum. I can see there's 3 tracks, but I didn't know if... That's right, mate. Yeah, cheers, Dad. I couldn't see if the 3 tracks were identical to each other. Varifocals and an abacus, according to Daz. Glacial, indeed. Right, so that's it at night. And then, so I've got a couple of things to share with what's hot, what's new, because there are some new stuff. Well, firstly, before I go into that actually on the screen, I really enjoyed, and I'll make a point of showing it you next week if you don't watch it in the meantime, is Magnetic Racing have actually done, they had to do a set of terraced houses, we can talk about it now, for their commission for the political party, political conferences, that's right, for Conservative and Labour. And they had to do, one of their theme was farm to fork, so they had to do their diorama going from the farm to the processing plant to the supermarket to the residential area. So that was like housing. So they've just developed a corner shop and they've developed a pub. So I'm clearly going to need to get myself a dog and duck pub for the track at some time. And they've also, so yeah, have a watch of that, but I'll show that next time. But they've excelled themselves again anyway, and I shouldn't really be showing you this, but I'm gonna, because I wanna. So this is gonna turn out, this is a lighting column. So this is for people who have got, this is for Shane at Hughes Garage 101. This is people who've got a small amount of space in their track. And what I'll do, I'll try and find an image while I'm chatting in the background of I sent it to Ian at Magnetic Racing. Yeah, here we go. Because I said, here you go, look, I can actually get it in this part of my track. So I'll share the screen with you now, and you can see the area of track where I'm visualizing being able to put this into. Right, there you go. So on my wood routed track, I've got a little slither just under the bridge, which is going to be an absolute bummer to put lighting into because of it where it is on the track. I'm going to have to drill down into the track and drop the wire through the bottom. So I can't fit a regular, you know, the gantry style lighting there. So when I saw, so keep that in your mind. So when I saw these lighting columns, I thought that's perfect. That is that is thin enough to put in that slim area and still have something kind of decorative to look at there. It's awesome. So I like that. Yeah, there you go. I tell you, I don't want an affiliates link because I just love Ian and Doug, and I just do this for them just because we're pals. Yeah, get these on your Christmas list. It's on mine already. I'm hoping that Mrs. Brown hasn't made the purchase of the track lamp. You know, the big 4 or 8 LED lights they do. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have one of those on my Christmas list. So hopefully, if she hasn't bought it, I can sneak this one in with it. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's right, Shane. This is what you're going to put in the manhole cover. That's exactly right. Tara's enjoying this as well. Tara and Steve have got a smaller track as well. So this is giving her ideas of what they could maybe get some lighting in on. I see, Bo. This is why we don't do, or we try not to do religion or politics on the show. Excuse me. because we end up with such true statements. And talking of statements, you've got one guy saying where you could put this, and another guy talking about what they are. Oh, let me just have a sip of coffee. Yeah, well, you say this, Tara. You wait to see what the T-shirt I wear for the gig, for the slot festival. Oh, go on. There you go, Paul. I love it. See, action being taken. Paul has winged this onto his Christmas card list. Christmas list. Sorry. Damn it, Pete. Because he's got a smaller track as well. So yeah, there you go. Right, you can put this on a rotator. So nice slim column advertising lit boards from Magnetic Racing. And then, yes, bringing the fun back to slot cars. Thank you very much, Slot It. I love it. It's the Cura Daytona. I have got this on my radar, everyone. I love it because it's fun. It's colourful, it's fun. It probably won some races in its time. I've no idea when it's going to be ready, because you see in the top right-hand corner, it says prototype, which means it's probably going to be Q4 next year, I would say, with the Audi that we looked at the other week. Last week we checked out the white kit Oreca. The week before, on the Sunday slot car sessions, we had on the Audi, what was it? Might not have been an Audi, forget myself. Anyway, it was yellow and white, and we all know I'm a big fan of yellow and liveries. It's my favourite colour. So yes, that is the stuff dreams are made of. What we've got going on there. So I'm definitely going to get one of those. Looking forward to getting out and about in a couple of weeks as well. I love seeing loads of slot cars. It's just good therapy. And oh yeah, of course. It's the pink car, isn't it, Daz? Right. Get one on pre-order for Christmas. Don't be disappointed. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll see if I can get one for the channel. And then we'll get it over to Mrs. Hall as a Christmas present from Track Fans TV for, releasing you every week for 2 hours for the show. It is what's required. I mean, she will notice, actually, Mrs. Hall will notice the difference in your temperament. If there's not been slot car action on Sunday morning, she will know the difference on Sunday morning or mid-Sunday with no slot car action for 100%. Because we all walk around irritated. We're like, if we'd at least seen and had a chat with some like-minded people, then we're kind of set up for the day to deal with these first world problems that everyone brings us. Like, a branch has fallen off the tree in the back garden. Who cares? That's right. And at the end of the day, while we're up at this god unearthly time in the morning, disguised as the Children's Track Fans program, it turns out that actually the average age of the viewer for this show is like about 50. So we'll just have fun and make it child content, because that's what we understand. I get it. Morning, Sue. Sue is awake, everyone. Good morning, Sue. Rob, get off your ass and go and make her a cup of tea, and your day will be so much better. Dear, it's our morning release pass every weekend. Slot car sessions, Sunday slot car sessions. I have to give a thumbs up and a hello to Sunday slot car sessions, because since watching Rahul's channel, Conquest Racing Club, and newly tuned into Dan, our friend over at Slot Valley Racing, where Rahul's becoming a panelist with them, I've sort of clocked on to Sunday slot cars. I just, for the record, mate, and genuinely honestly, when I started the show back in March, I didn't know you existed. I really didn't know. So I'm really pleased I called it Sunday slot car sessions, because I was going to call it slot car sessions, but I thought I needed to put a day on it, so people know the routine of the show. So, but I'm really pleased that you've not got an issue with it, because it's a hobby, you know, and you shouldn't have an issue with it. You know, I've got people are using fans in their branding now. Mag fans, I love it, Duggan in, because they're good friends, and I want everyone to, you know, spin off of track fans, mag fans. It works. Use it. I love it. I can't get enough of it. Now I've just got to watch that I don't say mag fans when I'm introducing track fans. Damn it. So, yeah, slot car sessions. There was nothing in it, mate, but lovely to see that you do have a bit of, you know, you haven't come over the hill whinging and moaning like a crybaby about like your name being picked up in total error. But no, if you're not tuned in to Sunday Slot Car Sessions, that is a YouTube channel and it is a great one. And actually, I watched a few of the videos back, and there was a great one on soldering. It's a while back now, a year or two ago, but it really gave me some information. Oh, come on, fans! Yes, dudes. Oh, Wolf Tracks has sneaked in. Here he is. Hello, Wolf. How you doing, mate? Howdy, brother. 23 hours ago. Yeah, Pete, 50 is the new 5-year-old. Cool. Damn right, mate. Act your shoe size, not your age. I'm a size 8. Brilliant. There you go. Sorry, I just read that properly. Ian's doing, you know, a lot of people do their feet on OnlyFans. Ian's going to do a head massaging. Look at that big head. He's going to have it all on there. Hang on. Where's it? Get this off the screen. He's going to go on there. He's going to oil his head up like this. He's going to have a filter, make it look a bit more subdued. Maybe get an RGB lighting on it, rotating, make it all look a bit European. In fact, there's a thought you can't get out of your head for the rest of the day, Doug. Ian on the fans, let's call it, just to decoy other people from going there. But Ian on the fans, rubbing his head, like you know, this guy, like the guy out of Austin Powers. Rub my head, he goes. Brilliant. Hang on a second. Yeah, so Rich is my yeah, what is Rich relation wise now? So if my mum married someone, that makes them my stepdad, is that right? I think so. Tara would know this. Tara, if your mum marries someone else after divorce, do they become your step parents? You'll know this kind of thing. But anyway, Rich, my mum's husband. Morning, Mum. He used to be a car sprayer, damn good one as well over the years. So when you throw in a bit of spray work, he is all ears. He's like the original meerkat, spraying off his chair. I'll be the judge of that. He'll be going. Exactly. No, I couldn't tell you if Rich was a Hooters fan or not, but I do know that Shane is. Who's feeling? Yeah, well, you know, I might do. Oh, hang on, watch this space. I've got just a great idea. I'm going to write it down actually. Oh, I love it. Track fans, put Track Fans TV into the discount code at MagFans, and you'll possibly get. What they'll do is they'll not send you Chewits if you use that discount code. They'll be like, oh, not him again, right? Take out the Chewits. We'll try and get rid of these people. Just speak to Ian and Doug direct. There doesn't need to be a discount code because their stuff is like really reasonable and affordable as it is anyway. So, but thank you very much. No, I'm definitely not getting my mum or my stepdad on the channel, because all my mum would do, she would turn up with a bunch of baby photos, pictures of me with my pants down in a paddling pool or something, age 4, or probably, I don't know, dressed up in some girl's clothes, which, you know, was frowned upon back then, but apparently is now okay in the modern world. You can do what you like. And people will stand up and give you a seat on the bus. Oh, I'm going straight to hell. Brilliant. So, anyway, we were in the middle of a show. Yeah. So, yeah, get this one. This will be towards the end of next year. Oh, actually, just while we're talking about cars, I won't spoil it for you for the video that I did yesterday, the Hornby Wonderworks, which is now open down in Margate, which is, you may as well just call that France. It's that far away. Scalextric are changing the way that they're going to report on they're going to release their videos. Yes, good. Because what they've done historically is they would make, I haven't got it here either. They would make their announcements in early January for all the cars that they're going to release through the whole of the year, right? So 20, 25 cars. Excuse me. Travis and I did a live stream in January where we reviewed all of the cars. Well, not reviewed them, but we chatted over what we thought of each car. It was great fun. What you've got, yeah, that's what I said. That's exactly what I said, Dave R. I said their stuff is value anyway. I'll leave that on. So yeah, they've changed the way, that's right, they've changed the way that they're reporting. So what they're going to do now is they're going to announce the cars that they're going to launch and release up to the middle of the year. So Q1 and Q2, first quarter, second quarter, 6 months. Now, what that means, I think that's better, because if they announce 20, 30 cars and then there's issues in the middle of the year and they can't deliver 12 of those cars, but I guarantee you they are the 12 cars that people will want. So they'll pre-order the cars now for next year, and then they'll get an email saying we're not making the car, or here's a refund. So I think by doing it in 6 monthly basis, I mean, what do you guys think about that? Do you think that's a good idea to release the cars every 6 months of what you're doing, forward planning? I think it gives them a little bit more control over how they progress as a business, because if you don't achieve what you said, then that's bad business, right? You've got to always do what you say on the tin in business. Paul, I could even make the signs magnetic so you can switch. Oh my gosh, that's really good. Yes, magnetic ones, brilliant. Magnetic signs from Magnetic Racings, I get it. So yeah, well done to Scalextric for coming up with that idea. I think that's a good idea, because I mean, like, this car on the screen here, you want this, this is coming at the end of next year. I would have forgot this exists by then until it comes out as a launch, and then I'm like scrambling, wondering why I can't get one, because everyone pre-ordered them now. So have a think about it. But this was my car that I enjoyed seeing this week, purely for the colours. Love the colours. I'm sure there's a story to it. There probably is a big story to it. Races it won, competitions it was in, the year, the whatever. I mean, if you want to find out a little bit more about cars, then tune in to Dave at Slot R, because when he does a car review, he generally gives you a bit of history about that car. And I find that really useful, because as I've said before, I didn't really grow up around that many cars, so I don't have that knowledge. So it's good to get a bit of knowledge. Okay. The other thing that's going around at the moment, I'm seeing a lot of, is the new Scalextric Land Rover. Now, Mac, who's in the chat, he bought one of these a week or two ago and sent me the pictures, but I haven't used them in case his missus watches this and he's been caught out sending pictures of this Christmas present that he's not supposed to have yet. So I can't publish his Christmas presents on the screen, but I found these good dioramic style pictures showing the Land Rover in action. Now, being ex-military, fan of the old Land Rover, I tell you, when you're coming over around the corner and you've been walking for 2 days and you've been outside for a week and you see a Land Rover, oh my, it's like the Holy Grail. You're like literally like, hallelujah, because you know it's got a heater in there, you know it's got a tea urn in there with probably tea in there. The tea tastes like absolute cat's wee, but it was, after a week out in the field, it was the bomb. It was like Fortnum and Mason tea, tell you. Fantastic. Yeah, Paul. So Paul's talking about Scalextric 24 here. It feels like, yeah, there's been a lot of change in Hornby, and you know, it's one of those things. It's a corporate, so there's a lot of different departments and a lot of departments doing things that might not correspond with the other department. So now there's sort of Ollie Rayburn, the CEO from Hornby, who I had a chat, is a real progressive. And bear in mind, I had my own business for 12 years. So when I chat to people, I talk to people on a business level, on a hobby level, on a whatever level. So just hearing some of the things that he was talking about and saying in conversation, you know from running a business that he's on the right track. So I'm just hoping that he can steer that ship away from where they've been and into a little bit more quality focused, desire generated position. Because at the moment they've got the desire. So when they say, yeah, look, take the Land Rover here, for instance, this has been sought after for about 6 months. Ian even sent a message a month ago saying, is the Land Rover out? Because we need to get them before they sell out. So they're very sought after. Now, what they just need to do is work on quality. I think the price is okay for what you get. And think about it, for what you get, you know, it's okay, because you go, yeah, but it's only a toy hobby. It is a toy hobby car, but if you're buying, you know, an SCX DTM race car, this doesn't come with lights. This doesn't come with lights, but pretty much all the Scalextric cars do. So, you know, you've instantly got lights. But anyway, yeah, I get what you're saying, Paul. I think that's what they want to do. I think that's why they're doing this now, is to control that, to get on top of what's gone wrong. So what are we doing? Hang on a second. Yay, he made it. Thank God for that. I'm literally, Travis, I've been waiting for you to come on so I can finish the stream. All right, that's it. Finish the stream, close the channel down. Travis got here on time. He made it. What are we looking at there? It's 8 o'clock in the evening, isn't it, Trav? Yeah, so everyone's piping up. All right, Trav, all right, Trav, all right, Trav, all right, Trav, all right, Trav. He's in the house. I'll tell you what, give Roger Barker or Julie Scale and Mark some business at the winter market. Buy up a load of old body shells. That's the trick. Right. Cool. So I'm liking the Land Rover. I think it'd just make a great piece of a great addition if you collect. Definitely a collector item, 100%. And also, if you're into dioramas, definitely a great bit of kit. So if you're doing farmyards, if you're doing spies, because, you know, James Bond is a bit partial to the old Lanny, as we call it here. Lanny! Right, so then, in other news, hot off the press, everyone. Let's have it. Right. So, today, very, very big day in Kent, in the Orpington Swap Meet. This is a big day. It's not the last ever show. It's Phil Smith's last ever show. I think the Orpington Swap Meet is going to carry on. I believe the guys at the NSCC, who we'll talk about in a second, the National Scalextric Collectors Club here in the UK. Well, they're actually global. Excuse me. They are taking it over and honouring Phil a lifetime table as and when he needs it into retirement. Phil's run this for many years. It's a destination, so a lot of people travel for this one, a bit like Swindon. They travel for this one, and people go to swap meets not just to get a cheap car, controller, track, whatever. But I'm now, after doing these for a couple of years, these events, I now see more people going to socialize than I actually see people going to buy things. And you don't get me wrong, it is like literal pile-on in there. The queues around the block to get in, because when the bargains go, they're gone. And it is people go and they literally throw out their cash in there because it's where you get deals, you can barter, banter. But I know people treat it as social activity. Like they treat it like a social activity, probably as seriously as they take it to find slot cars. And I love it. Yeah, someone hold Travis's coat, please. And if you're not sure on what that's about, go and watch my my Mercedes-Benz coverage. We went to Mercedes-Benz World. Oh, I nearly got it wrong then. So go and check out that video, and you can see who holds whose coat here. That will be it. Let's get a little sweepstake going, see if people can remember or can decide who's holding whose. Yeah, Pat, I don't think they are that bad. I don't. So anyway, swap meets ahoy. Talking of swap meets, you've got the mother behemoth of all swap meets, the slot car market, the winter slot car market, coming up in December, 2 weeks today. Literally in 2 weeks today, there are going to be a whole heap of excitable grown people and young people on the motorway descending on Gaydon. Literally, they should call it not swap meet, they should call it swamp meet, because we're going to swamp the place. But that's going on in Gaydon. Really looking forward to that. Cannot wait. It's not the slot car festival, so there'll be no tracks there, but there will be a hell of a lot of things that you can knock up. Hold on. Well, I will have a look at that in a minute. There's no flies on Trav. He's Teflon, that boy. Right, here you go. I mentioned it before. I do like to give them a good weekly plug. Our good friends over at the National Scalextric Collectors Club. But you can get this membership anywhere in the world. So what they do is every swap meet, they have an exclusive NSCC club car, right? Now, the stipulation is you have to go to the event to get that club car. You might be saying to yourself, if you're in America, I can't get there. That's not fair. But what they tend to have is they will have leftover cars after the event because they're making off, and then what they do is they sell them afterwards. But they don't sell them to anyone who's not a member. So you can't get them after the event unless you're a member. And if you are buying one after the event as a member, one of the Collectors Club cars, they prioritize people who are overseas. So whilst you might not get there to get the car, you will be prioritized to have the car after the event. Can't say fairer than that. Hang on a second. We've got some Cyrillic in the chat. I have no idea where you are, who you are, so what Cyrillic that is, whether you're Russian, Croatian, Serbian, Bosnian, Albanian. Come on, hit me up. So let's do some languages, shall we, people? So if you're Russian, Privyet. If you're Serbian, Dobar dan. And it's probably the same for most of the Balkans, that one. So let us know where you're from. Nice to have your company. Even though we can't read Cyrillic. If younger track fans are like, Cyrillic, what's Cyrillic? That type of writing there, young track fans, is known as Cyrillic. It's next level. I'd give up trying to learn that. They've actually got, I think, 28 letters in their alphabet. Lionel, shh. How could you say this? I was trying to keep it sneakily under the radar. Yeah, I'm going to do a live show from the swap meet. I'm going to do a live show before the swap meet because I've got obviously filmed the swap meet. So I'm going to do the live show from before Sunday slot car sessions. Going to see if I can get over there for 8 a.m. and do the show for an hour and a half or so and be wrapped up ready for when it opens at 10. So I will do it. We can do a little walk around, I believe. We might have the technology to be able to do that. I was going to work on that between then and now. So the next swap meet after the winter market is the Swindon Scalextric swap meet. Now, this is a popular one. A lot of people go down to this one for social. I've never been to this one. I do know that Sean goes down to these swap meets. So I'm going to see if Sean will give me a lift down there and a lift back. Not at this one, Daz. I'm not going to have the time to have it at this one. But partly because I need someone to man the stand while I get off around and film stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in May. I'm going to have a stand in May, a Track Fans TV stand, which is actually going to be where I do live interviews from, a broadcasting centre almost. Rahul's going to work with me on it. So we're going to have our Track Fans merch stand, which you can get T-shirts, mugs, that stuff from. I like it because there's no one doing that at the Slot Car Festival. So it's not going to contradict or step on anyone's toes. I'm going to do that, but I'm also going to have like the table and chairs and set it up with some backdrops so that we can also do some broadcasting with, can do the broadcasting with the show in the background for everyone hustling for slot cars. So we can sort of bring the momentum, the vibe, the feeling of the show to people who can't be there. So no merch store at this event because I've just got too much to do. But May, I'll employ one of my kids to come down. I think it may be actually, do we have a merch store? Do I bring down my wood-routed slot car track and have the area? Because as we're doing like interviews with different people from the show, we could get them to do laps on the track and therefore have like a star of the slot car show leaderboard or something. Yeah, it all looks Bulgarian, Mum. That's the issue. It's hello in Russian. Ah, okay. Privyet. No. Rob wants to go there shopping and socialising. He don't want to go there running a T-shirt stand. That's what teenage kids who need money are for. I need money, Dad. Good, you can come and earn it. I hate giving kids free money. They've got to earn the money. Fantastic. Right, so swap meet, Swindon. Get down there. That's going to be epic. And if you can't make Swindon, if it's a bridge too far, which Swindon is for some people, it's nearly Bristol. Then you've got the Milton Keynes swap meet, which is up here in the Midlands a little bit rather than West Country. And that's in February. I love this one because it's local to me. I go to swap meet, I'm back home in like 30 minutes. It's ace. It really is good. What are we looking at? So that's going on the 11th of February. And then, of course, our great friends, Mark Abbott and Rick over at Slot Car Magazine. Guys, absolute tragedy. I realised after the show on Sunday night last week that my latest edition of Slot Car magazine was in the bag with Slot Car with all my stuff. So it's not just tech I lost. I actually lost my media. I lost my reading. So I haven't been able to look at it at all yet. So I don't know what's inside it. I do know it's going to be back front to back with absolute amazing Slot Car stuff that you can get hold of. So you will enjoy this one. Rob has announced he's self-identified as a 57-year-old teenager who needs money. Mom, we've had it confirmed from 1 in 32 slot cars that it is hello in Russian. So we got to the bottom of that. Hi, Amir. How you doing? And back to Rob. He's feeling... Just take the 5 away, mate. It could be 7. Yes, so Slot Car Magazine. I urge everyone to buy it. Buy a monthly publication. Get it online or in-store. In-store being Pendle Slot Racing, who are, I believe, just stepping it up now and sponsoring That Slot Car Guys YouTube channel. So they are sponsoring the news 2 days a week, which is great to hear for the hobby. Because that's what we need to get the wheels to go round. We need exposure, or they've realised they're a business. They need to do advertising and marketing as a business. Manufacturers, take a leaf out of Pendle's book. Pendle have thought, where does everyone go to find slot car stuff? Where is slot car stuff happening? So I know we've got slot car stuff happening in the NSCC journal every month, which you get free journal every month with your subscription. It's happening in Slot Car Magazine. Okay, so yeah, so you open them up, and who do you see? Pendle in there advertising. They're being seen where slot car people are going to see slot car stuff, and then you go, right, where else are they? Oh, I know, social media, you know, the new type of advert will get on there and, oh, look, who are the bigger, or who's specific for what we do? Actually, we're Pendle, we do everything. So who does everything really well? Travis does That Slot Car News twice a week, and it is fantastic news. Best on YouTube. 100%, because it's fresh, it's new, it's not stagnant, it's not samey. So Pendle, who do everything for slot cars, thought we need someone who talks about everything for slot cars and is well known, because that will get our message to more slot car people and it will grow our business through association. So they've done a deal with Travis, and they now sponsor Travis's news channel. So the other, you know, there's a couple of other kind of brand positionings that I think would make sense if we're talking about brand deals. The first and obvious one would be Revo Slot. Right, if you're watching this Revo Slot or BRM, why the hell aren't you talking to Dave at Slot R? I mean, you cut the guy and a Revo Slot pops out, preferably not the green one. Seriously, the guy is, if Dave at Slot R stops buying your cars, you're going out of business. You know, he is. All right, I'm going to put this comment on the, I'm going to leave that there for a moment because I didn't say it. Everyone's thinking it. So yeah, so it would be Revo Slot would be obvious, you know, and then if you've got like someone who's right into track, like the commentator on the screen right now, you know, the obvious thing if you're doing track scenery, you know, because there are many providers of track scenery, you know, our favourites, and I know they won't mind me saying this, our favourites on Track Fans TV at the moment are Mag Fans, Magnetic Racing, Slot Track Scenics, because they're dear friends of mine. David and Guy are really good friends with. and Wasp slots, because we've not had a proper chat yet, but they're Tara's go-to people along with Magnetic Racing, which instantly means that they're onto something. So yeah, I think, yeah, brand positioning for slot track scenic or mag racing scenic providers would be Shane at Hughes Garage, because of the creativity he's doing with it. Or even Dave at Slot Art, because he's never followed instructions in his life. He just makes stuff out of what they send him. I start to cry because if I break a piece that comes with a kit, I don't know what to do. I go meltdowns. Anyway, what? All right, Mum, see you later. Ta-da a bit. Actually, wow, I didn't realise it's been an hour and 50 minutes. Right, let's go with 10 minutes max, and we'll wrap it up by 10 minutes. I think that will be the order of the morning. Brilliant stuff. I just want to get that back up on the screen because I like that. What poster? This one. That poster is actually a photo my dad took and put it onto stuff for me. So if you want a copy, I'll email you a copy over, mate. Actually, sorry, Shane. I found a comment that Pip's yours. Yeah, there it is. I'll put this back on there anyway, because I really enjoyed that. Little bit of banter there. Did I actually? Hang on a second. I don't know if I finished the slideshow. Yeah, so slot car news. We were talking, that's right. Yeah, I did. So I finished the slot presentation. So remember, if there's anything that you want promoting, talking about, mentioning on the show. So a lot of people write to me and they say, oh, Pete, did you see that? Oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like it. Like one of Rahul's videos, like his Halloween one or the Green Monster, or Shane's one about Red Bull Bridge. I need to catch up with Shane's latest video, the one which has got the thumbnail of all the chewits stacked up. But that's what today's about, right? I've got the day to figure out stuff, chill out, relax, got a dog walk. That is it. I'm not going out. I'm doing some tech learning for the new camera and broadcasting. I'm going to check out a couple of videos, finish off the Mag Fans one, Magnetic Racing one on the terrace houses. I'm going to watch Shane's one. I don't know. I've probably got another 3 live streams come out from Dan at Slot Valley Racing. He's like throwing out 2-hour live streams for fun at the moment, which is great. Everyone's doing stuff at the moment. So keep it up. Keep supporting all of your favorite channels. It makes a difference to the commentators, the content creators. It really does. Yeah. Hold on a second, Lionel. Lionel, did you just say put it on a mug? Like this one. So Daz Hall designed this for me earlier in the year. I think with Daz's permission, I might make that one of mug offer in my mug store. Is that all right with you, Daz, if I use your design, your intellectual property? Cool. And yeah, so right, that's what I was doing. Telling you what I was doing today. What are you guys up to today before we finish off? Just quick one-liner. What's your big project for today? You might notice I've got my BRM car here, hiding something. That's right. We're getting to the crunch end now on members weekly live stream, Wired on Wednesday. If you don't know what that's about, you can become a member of the channel. It's really not anything untoward. You don't have to do anything for it. You just have to arrive. Next to my logo on my YouTube channel, there's a little button that says join. Go and check it out. So you can get in. It's a monthly subscription. The base cost is £3, £2.99. So that is like not much money at all. You can't even get a set of tyres for that for your slot car. And what I do is a weekly members live stream. And we've been, for the last few weeks, we've been scratch building a white kit Lancia. Well, we got clear coat. We got it to a stage. So the people on Wednesday will know I did the decals the other day. I'm going to clear coat all of the cars again today. So that's the job for me today. Next to learning camera tech, and finishing off the videos, which I'll be doing whilst doing clear coating. So what's everyone doing before you go? Final hurrah for the show. Let's have 6 minutes of utter nonsense. Oh no, he wasn't sick last night. Oh, wealthy baby. What are you doing, mate? That's crazy. I do not want to know, Tara. Decals for Dave. Rotating boards for Daz. Hang on, I've got an idea. Right, so this is I do listen, yeah. I was watching Magnetic Racing's video about the pub and a corner shop and the mid-terrace houses, right? And they were talking about doing figure packs, little figure packs for different diorama scenes. For instance, you could have a pub pack, you could have like a press pack, whatever. And they were having banter, which is why I love watching their videos. And they were saying, what do we do about the Hooters pack? And I've got a feeling that Tara might be developing a Hooters pack, but I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. And we definitely can't talk about that. Oh, he's good today. Love you, Wilf. Love you, mate. Yeah! Okay, so... remind me of your name. Oh. You was fasting yesterday. No need. Yeah, Hooters pack. I tell you. Love it. Slot Revo. That's Slot Revo. That is genius. Dave, if you get a brand deal, right, with Revo Slot, promise me, right, you will add an apostrophe after the R and then Evo Slot. That would be genius rebranding. Exactly. Oh, totally brilliant. Anyway, right then, ledges. Can't believe that. I tell you, you guys are legends because the 2 hours in here just goes bang like that. It is gone. I thought, cool, you know, Hooters session. No, Cameron, you've just turned up as we're finishing, mate. You've got to start getting out of bed earlier. Seriously, what kind of kid are you? Anyway, how are you doing? You're back. I need to chat to your dad, Cam, about the polycar set. But I might be having you getting a polycard set to check out in the new year. I know, mate. We are totally, literally 1 minute to 2 minutes away from finishing the live stream. Mate, I can't believe it. But great to see you on the show, mate. I hope you're well. I hope school's going all right for you and stuff. You're not too bored of it. Keep it going, because if you can do well in school, trust me, you're going to do all right. But anyway, listen, right. On that note, thank you very much, Lionel. Seriously, though, Lionel, it's people like you, people like Daz, everyone in the chat. No, thank you for watching. I know I open the door and just facilitate the youth club, as it were, for us lot to come in and see our friends every week. But it does mean a lot to me. It does help me offload. Gets all of this out of my system. So Mrs. Brown has a relatively easy day on a Sunday because I've got it all out. On that note, I'll see you members on Wednesday. If you're not looked at that yet, feel free to join. You can cancel at any time. £3 a month. It's not going to break your bones. But you will just get an extra day of the week to hang out with everyone. That's quite cool. I quite like that. And then I'll see you next week with 1 week to go before the winter slot car market. 1 week to go next week. So 2 weeks this week. Let's have it. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So on that note, you guys take care.